welcome back to my Wonder World. Oh my gosh, I've really got to start switching up what I do in the introductions. I really feel like just looking at the balcony is not the way to go. But anyways, I'm gonna get right into this one. I already have the next area to build all planned out. I don't exactly have the thing I want to build thought of, but I do have the area in mind because it is bare, and given how close it is to the rest of the town, I feel like it's very important that we work on it. Now, yet again, I'm gonna keep saying this until people give me dog names, but there are still 2 unnamed dogs, and if you guys have any names for them, do tell me in the comments. It's very important. If you've already named a dog or 2, then I don't think you should. But that being said, there are still some dogs I want to name, and I don't want to name them myself. I want people to be involved. So I'm going to take all of our buddies here and go to where we're going to build. And then I'm going to be able to tell all of you what we're doing in that area. It isn't too far away, so I won't be able to cut anything out. Also, Tommy has not seemed to have found out my little scheme yet. I am just perfectly fine, and we have an infinite amount of resources to use through the store. Hopefully they don't catch on, and hopefully, if they do catch on, then it's perfectly legal and I won't get in any trouble for it. What are you doing down there, Steed? Get up here! Okay, Steed, I cut this out in the last video, but Steed actually got into the recording studio up in the big TV tower. I'll link the video in the description in which I made the TV tower and broadcasting station, but he actually got into that building. Not only that, but when I was recording with the green screen, they kept hurting themselves, so I had to make them all sit down and wait for me to finish recording. But anyways, this is the area that I had in mind to work on. It's a big mess, so I'm gonna have to clean all of it up before I move on. But it used to be an old bone meal farm before the shop came along and before I had a place to get all of my materials without having to farm for them. I will say though, given how slow these kinds of farms are, these little moss farms that turn everything into bone meal, I'm glad to have moved on from it. Bone meal is a very, very, very annoying thing for me. It's up there with wool, I guess. With wool, it isn't too difficult, but I need to have a giant farm. With bone meal, however, it's a very lengthy process, and it needs to fill up the hoppers and stuff before you can actually get an excess bones, or bone meal. So yeah, I'm glad to have moved on from that. But now we have a bit of a greater issue to talk about, because if I do what I'm thinking about doing, it's going to be a very lengthy process. Now, what I was thinking of was making a giant tower here. It's going to have a library in it, a hotel, and a cafe, which are 3 very big things to add to my world. It would be absolutely awesome. It would probably bring a few new people to the world, but at the same time, it is a monumental feat to pull off. Not only that, but if I did make it, I'd probably also add something on top of the showbiz center, which has been here for, I think, a few months, so that'd be a very big addition to the world. Oh, my throat's all bad, too. It sucks. But yeah, it is a really good place to put something like a tower, because if I just put a normal building or something down, let's go down here so I can talk about what I'm thinking in my head. Okay, it would be a normal building. It would probably go up only to around here or so, and then it would be, on level with this. The roof would be on level to that other path, and I really don't want that. So if I do make a building, it's gonna have to be tall enough to have multiple floors and be able to you'll be able to enter this way and this way as well. And that's kind of why I was thinking of a tower. Not only that, but also I really like big towers in the center of things. They're really good landmarks. It's kind of why I was so interested in making this building and also putting the TV station up there. I just love landmarks. They're very easily recognizable and pretty too. So yeah, I think I'll get started on that, and also hopefully go over 1 or 2 more things. If you look over there, I said in the last video that I would do weekly recordings of the Wonder World news, but honestly, I think I might want to keep it to monthly, just so that way I don't have to do too much and it doesn't become a big obligation for me. Sorry for saying weekly. Didn't mean to say weekly, I meant monthly. And also, I know I'm saying a bit of a lot of things, but I want to work on this area too. Because it is a big mess. There's a whole lot of stuff everywhere. There's still a ton of puzzle that I have to remove. I have to cover up this cave or make a good entrance for it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there's a baby zombie. Run! And then there's also this other area which is very unkept and, just like before, full of puzzle, which I find to be very, very ugly. But yeah, that's about it for the update so far. Not much else has happened since my time in the Wonder World. There might be a few things I want to talk to you all about, like real world things maybe at the end of the episode. But without further ado, I think I should get started on working on this because it is going to be a whole lot of work. And the more I delay it, the more I just yap on about random things I want to do, the less time I'll have to actually do it. So I'm going to cut to a time lapse now and I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, I'm back, and I think I'm done with what I did. I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, but I definitely panicked. There's a lot that I want to do and add on to this and, you know, try to make it look better, but right now, I don't want to do too much. I just wanted to get the basic design out of the way, and then move on to adding stuff in future episodes. But with that being said, this does look pretty. If that actually makes any sense. Pretty pretty. Huh. I did not think I could use that word twice. But yeah, it does look very pretty. I do like it. I'll have to add a lot more. There's a lot more that I want to do and need to do in order to make it look not horrendous. Also, that zombie's head is doing some wonky things. Goodness gracious. But yeah, I'll show you around, tell you what I want to do with each floor plan, and then we'll be able to move on to the last bit of news that I have for today. Now, down here, you can see where the hill used to be. Like, the hill used to be along here because I had the chests lined up this way, and it went from here straight across, and it's so different now. To think that this area used to just be like a hole, you know, not even this whole area, not even this like floor plan, just this area in particular, this little corner here, used to be like flat land. It's just crazy. This just feels like it kind of fits. I don't know. I'll try not to do too many big buildings, but this one's somewhat pleasing so far, so we'll see how things go. But yeah, this area specifically is going to be like a little bit of a mall. I'll try to have different stores, but the main thing I have, the main idea I have in mind, is a grocery store and also a clothing store. Because this area I had in my mind, people could be strolling past and then look in the window and there's like an armor stand with like clothes they might like. So that's cool. I'll also try to look for clothing texture packs to make sure I can find something that's actually gonna look very pretty. Moving on to the next one, I have a few ideas for the next floor plan. Oh, what's this? There's snow out. What the heck? How come there's so? Oh, Tommy's here. Or is that Margaret? Hello, you're Tommy. Tommy, why are you here? I don't understand why you're here. gonna tell anyone that you know I've been breaking the law, right? Okay, good, but, yeah, what do you mean by if I get caught? I mean, there's not really many people here, it's just you. And also, I guess, Margaret, but Margaret's always in the post office, so I don't know. Oh, okay, so we just have to hope that your boss doesn't notice. Okay, got it. So in that case, I'll be able to keep making all those Wonder Bucks, and I'll be able to keep making myself money, but I have to be more careful, because apparently there's a security camera, and if I get caught breaking the law and printing money, that's gonna be a big issue. So, yeah, I'll try to be more careful, but this... Oh no, I might have to actually get gold normally. I'm sorry about this, man. I don't want to put your job at risk. Alrighty, well, thank you, Tommy, and, yeah, that's about it over here. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you guys what I was gonna do with this floor plan. Alrighty, so I'm gonna run over here real quick. This area in entirety, this little corner right here, this is actually gonna be a cafe. I haven't figured out if I want to make it like a dog cafe or like a cat cafe, but it's definitely gonna be a cafe, and it's probably gonna have animals in it. This area over here is probably going to be either a grocery store or the kitchen for the cafes, and over here is going to be a separate restaurant. This little corner right over here with Tommy, this little area, there's going to be a staircase here that goes all the way up to the residential area, and also hopefully have some smaller things, maybe some vending machines. It'll also be just like, you know, miscellaneous area in case I need a room for anything. I have this nice little yard, and it just looks amazing. And here are some other rooms. I don't know exactly what I want to do with these rooms just yet, but I kind of want to keep another one that's just kind of empty and see if I can do something cool with it. Like, I don't know, make it a planning area or something, just in case, you know, I need that. Or maybe even an area where I can just, you know, say, oh, hey, the subscribers, you get to live in this apartment over here. And that's just like the canonical thing. And we'll walk in and go through who's doing what in the apartment. I have a bunch of signs up, and those will be the shoutouts. I'm not too sure yet. I'm just spitballing, so none of this is, you know, probably none of this is going to be too big of a deal, especially with how I am in this world. I'll say one thing, and then I'll do something else entirely. But yeah, if you like any of those ideas, please tell me in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and that's about it. Bye!